question presented to us here today at When Wellness is a good one. It was, how does alcohol affect my progress in terms of fitness? Will it cause me to burn less fat, to build less muscle, even though in moderation, research says it's actually maybe even good for people that enjoy drinking? And this is a great question. And how does it affect testosterone? They also said this is a great question because one, this person did their research too. There's a lot to talk about here. So let's start with this. When we talk about alcohol, alcohol increases your risk for all-cause mortality, stroke, heart disease. It is something that can impair the absorption of nutrients and prevent certain things from acting in the beneficial way that they typically act after they're absorbed even. It affects your brain negatively, altering pathways even in terms of long-term effects. So it is not recommended to consume alcohol if you're looking for any benefit out of it. Just don't, okay? If you're somebody that really enjoys your drink every day, you feel stressed out if you don't have it, which is ironic because in the long term it'll increase cortisol, stress hormone release, right? And it will decrease the action of testosterone. But this all comes with a caveat. If you're somebody that enjoys that one drink a day, there is a strong body of research that shows it'll actually benefit your heart health in the sense of raising your HDL, your good cholesterol. Okay, now it's only for somebody that really loves that one drink every day. It would preferably be something like red wine that contains the antioxidant resveratrol, which, if we're talking about testosterone, has been shown to boost testosterone to a modest degree in some trials, although the evidence is relatively scarce there. But since it's a potent antioxidant, it can benefit your brain and heart health and things of that nature. But you can get that from eating red grapes in themselves. It's in the skin of red grapes. Green grapes too, but more in red grapes. So when you drink alcohol, it causes the liver to produce fat, right? We know that you can get fatty liver and steatosis and eventually cirrhosis of the liver in alcoholics, right? So you never want to, no matter what demographic, if you enjoy drinking and you want to argue that it's better for you, you never should have more than 2 drinks, 5 days a week or something like that, right? So I would never go beyond that. You could argue 2 drinks a day at the most for men, 7 days a week. But when you talk about muscle growth and testosterone, now it inhibits muscle protein synthesis. So what is that? It's synthesizing proteins or making proteins from amino acids, which are like phone numbers that connect in different ways to make proteins in your muscles. And that supports the growth of your muscles. It inhibits that, does alcohol, right? It actually blocks the action of the number 1 amino acid in the world involved in muscle protein synthesis. And what is that? We love leucine, as we've said here on When Wellness. It's one of the 3 branched chain amino acids, isoleucine and valine being the other 2. But leucine is at least twice, if not 3 times as important, as it is the rate limiting step in muscle protein synthesis as the other 2 BCAAs, as we know it. And that's why we take 2 or 3 times as much of that one. So if we're blocking the action of that, do we think that's good or bad for muscle building? Well, it's very bad. If it causes your body to produce fat from the inside, do we think that's good or bad for burning fat? That's probably bad, right? Probably make us store more fat, right? If it's not allowing you to absorb nutrients in general as well, maybe vitamins and minerals and things that are involved in energy pathways that help to break down fat, or anabolic pathways involved in building muscle, because it doesn't just purely involve protein, right? Is that going to be a good thing? Well, no, it's going to be bad because it's, reducing the absorption of these compounds and a lot of the actions of a lot of them, right? Now, what's really fascinating is the testosterone effect, because people have a few drinks and it seems to boost libido. That is actually relatively undeniable, honestly. You can look at the research, but it's not enough to say you should drink if you don't drink, right? There are other ways to do that to boost testosterone, whether it's compound exercise, getting a lot of sleep, being less stressed, having a lot of lean meat and protein, and having high amounts of antioxidants, and make sure you get your zinc and vitamin D and all these things. We've done days and days on testosterone, right? A compound movement utilizes multiple muscle groups, by the way, something like sprinting or squatting, if you're not familiar with that term. Okay, but with testosterone and drinking, it's a time-dependent relationship here. So, fascinatingly, if you had one drink, maybe even two, right, your testosterone will increase modestly. Don't just watch this video and see this part. That alcohol increases testosterone, because that might be true. The evidence is mixed. Might be true after one or two drinks, and they attribute the boost in libido to that, right? And again, if you had red wine, it has some resveratrol, and that's been shown to modestly increase testosterone. If you're going to have something, seems like one glass of red wine might be your best bet, maybe two, right? But as you have more, it actually lowers testosterone levels. And so, you get all sloppy and things ain't going to work the way they should, and all the street talk about all that stuff, but it's very fascinating, right? It's one of those things where moderation can be okay, but if you're looking to be better, if you're looking to grow in your fitness journey, if you're looking to consistently be improving, I would straight up cut it out, to be honest. Unless it's an occasion, you want to be a human, of course, go ahead. Life is worth living, obviously, right? What's the point at some point, a lot of us might say. So if it's the 4th of July, or it's your birthday, and or maybe it's New Year's, and maybe it comes around 3 or 4 times a year, that occasion where you have your drinks, then go ahead. But in terms of the fitness journey, I would say our short answer at the end of this, it's a no-no. In terms of overall general health, if you do enjoy having a drink, then you can have that 1 or maybe even 2 drinks a day. Do your own research, but I would probably stay away from it, just for the most part, unless it's an occasion. That's what I do. And I feel great, so it works out great for me. But I can't speak for everybody, right? Another interesting fact about alcohol is typically the darker the alcohol, the more congeners. Those are harmful compounds that form during the fermentation process, right? And so typically a lighter alcohol will be better for you, and one exception there would be something like red wine, right? Okay, so because that's dark and that's good for you, at least in terms of alcohol. Who do we got? I hope that answered your question. That was the best I could do. I hope if you have any other questions, you know who you are. Just you can message me again, like how you asked the question, or post it here. Happy When Wellness. Hope you got something out of it. What's up, Ma? The Isaiah. Send packing Zolan. 7-time traveler. The time traveler. All with 7s. I like that. John Bonbon. What's up? Absent the Black Lodge. How you doing? It's funny because I saw that first. I saw absinthe. That's ironic because we're talking about alcohol. That's the craziest one ever. What up, Forme? Various, Michael Clark, Nighthawk, Antony, always sleepy. Holly, what's up, girl? How you doing? And Brian Shawkins. Love you, Ma. Have a fantastic rest of your day. It's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have a great night. Thank you so much, and happy When Wellness. Ciao. Go enjoy your Friday night. Don't drink too much.